How's it going, everybody? Keen here, and we're back with another video. So today we're going to be discussing SMART goals in spirit with the new year. I'm going to be trying to give you guys some like new year focused videos for the next few days, so that you can be inspired for everything that you'll achieve this new year. So yeah, SMART goals is very like a common thing that everybody knows as far as I'm concerned, but maybe not a lot of people actually practice it, myself included. Like I'm gonna try to use it for the first time this year, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so in today's video, I'm gonna be going through each of the 5 aspects of the acronym, sorry, because it's 5 letters, and then I'll also kind of just like improvise some examples so that you guys can have some context. So firstly, we have specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound as the 5 characteristics of a SMART goal. And to give you guys some more understanding on each one, I'll give a counterexample actually, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So if you have a specific goal, what you would not do is say, consider the example where you are the owner of an e-commerce website. You would not say, I want more visitors, I want more web traffic, I want more sales. You would say, I want 25% increase web traffic month over month in the year of 2023. I want 2,000 daily visitors every single day in 2023, for example. It needs to be specific, or else how are you going to measure it? Which kind of brings me on to the next one, which is measurable. So measurable really is kind of dependent on the specificity of your goal. If your goal is not it's not specific, then it's not measurable. For example, if you say, I want more web traffic on my website as your goal, if you had 2,000 visitors like last year and now you have 2001, technically you achieve your goal. However, like that is not anything significant or worthy of like being a goal. So you need to have a specific goal in order for the goal to be measurable. And I hope that makes sense. Thirdly, we have attainable, which is also quite straightforward. If you set a goal as I want to make $1 million and you're trying to do that in one day, that is not attainable. So don't do it. You're setting yourself up for failure. Sorry. And so that's what the attainable part of SMART goals means. So moving on, we have realistic, and I was kind of confused because I was like, realistic and attainable, that's the same thing. However, in the context of SMART goals, realistic actually means you need to take an account for what could go wrong during the journey of attaining this goal. So for example, me personally, when I'm like thinking of my aspirations or what I want to achieve, I only think of like what can go right and like, wow, this is going to be so perfect. But in reality, there's going to be, some obstacles in the way, and that will protract the time it takes for your goal to be achieved. So you need to have realistic goals which take into account the obstacles which can go wrong. And this is also very nicely interlaced with the time-bound aspect of the goal. Obviously, if you say someday I want to do this, that's never going to happen. Everybody knows that tomorrow is the busiest day of the week for most people on this earth. So it needs to be time-bound. And this also kind of comes into play with realistic, because if you take into account what can go wrong, then you'll give yourself a better timeline, right? If you think of the way that like everything goes right, you'll have a shorter timeline, but most likely like you won't actually finish your goal in that time period. So yeah, guys, that's the 5 aspects of SMART goals. For me personally, like one thing I'm gonna try to do this year, not really starting from January 1st, but like in February is meal planning, because I'll be living by myself. So once a week, like let's go. So specific is once a week, every single week, I will prepare all of my food for like all of my lunch or dinner for the entire week. So I haven't actually decided yet if that's going to be lunch or dinner, but let's just say it's like lunch. So once a week, say it's like Monday, I make all of my lunch. Okay. The measurable is, do I make my lunch every single week for the next 4 months? Because that's the timeline. I'm already skipping forward, but so the time bound is 4 months. And then for measurable, it says every single Monday for the next 4 months, I create or I make food for the entire week. With respect to the attainable, this is kind of simple. Like this is attainable, I believe, because if I do not obtain this, then I won't have anything to eat. So it's kind of forced to do it. And then realistic is, well, I need to account if like I burn something to like accord myself a bit more time, or if I run out of supplies, like don't. So when I prepare my shopping list, which is part of the specificity, which I haven't gone into actually, I neglected that. So I'll also have to like shop, which goes hand in hand. So like to avoid me for like running out of ingredients, I need to have a robust shopping list that has everything I need, and then also like don't burn stuff, or like have some sort of provisions so that if food goes bad, that I can somehow still make face. And so yeah, that's realistic. And then lastly, we got time bound, and that's easy money. 4 months is the amount of time I'm doing it. So because like here's the thing, with your SMART goals, these may be better suited for like goals which like be achieved once, rather than habits, which meal planning is a habit. However, it is still like suitable enough for habits, I feel. Just perhaps like SMART goals would be better utilized for like actual goals. For example, like the web traffic one that I like told you guys about at the very start. But yeah, so that was the video today. I hope that like helped you guys a bit. Me personally, I've been like trying to experiment with SMART goals, you know, to like increase the likelihood of actually me achieving my goals. And I think it's a really good tool. There's a reason why it's so popular. So yeah, hopefully you guys can kind of implement that, or let me know if you have other goal kind of other ways or methods of setting goals and meeting them. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully.